Hey there YouTube, this is Spartan077 and I'm wanting to make this video actually let me do something here real quick. I'm sorry. I'm shutting the door because I don't want anybody walking in on this. I just wanted to go ahead and say, I've been going through some rough stuff right now, and I was just looking through the Bible, and I just wanted to share a verse that I feel really reminds me that God will never leave my side. Um, and in all honesty, too, I've never felt that He does. I mean, everything in my life, I figure, has shown that there is some kind of deity. But that's my own personal experience, and I understand if people are watching this video and don't necessarily believe in Christ, that they're not going to think the same as me. That doesn't mean I can't share it with you. Psalm 27 is actually one of my favorite verses. I tend to pride myself on being usually very having courage, not being afraid of what it is that could happen to me if I say something or if I do something or anything like that. I usually tend to try and be very strong, but oftentimes I do suffer from a degree of disbelief, doubt, just uncertainty, I guess. Usually I tend to be a very calculating person. I try to be as wise as I can, and even people like to say, if you look here, I've got gray hairs in the front of my head, and they like to say that's a sign of wisdom, and that I should pride myself on my wisdom. But, I don't always feel that way. Just things I've been going through with my family, and I've been constantly had to be going back to this verse. Psalm 27. It's one of my favorite chapters in the Psalms. The first one being one of my favorites. I look at it right now. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked came against me to eat up my flesh, my enemies and foes, they stumbled and fell. Though an army may encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war may rise against me, in this I will be confident. One thing I have desired of the Lord, that will I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in His temple. For in the time of trouble He shall hide me in His pavilion, in the secret place of His tabernacle. He shall hide me, He shall set me upon a high rock. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies all around me. Therefore I will offer sacrifices of joy in His tabernacle. I will sing, yes, I will sing praises to the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me and answer me. When you said, seek my face, my heart said to you, your face, Lord, I shall seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You have been my help. Do not leave me nor forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take care of me. Teach me your way, O Lord, and lead me in the smooth path because of my enemies. Do not deliver me to the will of my adversaries. For false witnesses have risen against me, and such as breathe out violence. I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and He shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. I understand that not everybody is going to, look at this chapter the same as I do. It's all a matter of interpretation. But I look at this and I oftentimes feel just I have a very hard time with dealing with some of the issues that are brought to me in my lifetime. I won't speak about them, openly on YouTube, but some of them have been very, very traumatic for me. But all the time I come back to this chapter and it constantly reaffirms my confidence, and it constantly I guess a better way of putting it is that it helps me keep my eye on the goal, remembering that the Lord will never forsake me. He will always be there, and I can be confident in that. And that in turn, I will be able to show strength and have courage, because I know this for a fact. I do not have to be uncertain about it. Oftentimes, too, I guess I'd have to say this is one of the reasons why I have to say I would really not sure as to how I would react when I am faced with my own mortality, the fact of me dying. Most people respond very negatively, and they're like, "Oh God, I'm gonna die. Oh no." I would feel that if it came for me to die, feel like my time has come, and I wouldn't be upset about it, unless I was shot or something like that. I mean, I could see how people get upset about that. Like, man, I was shot. But I mean, it depends. I mean, if you die, I would say, I had a good run. I know where I'm going in the end, and I hope I accomplished everything that I was to accomplish in my lifetime. Oftentimes I feel that I am denied things because of my disbelief. I have a hard time with thinking that my own doubts cause me to not be able to achieve what it is that I could achieve. I would say, though, that I don't think that's the case. I feel like, not everything can be like that. I mean, there are things in life that you are able to control, but if it's something that is God's will, you can't stop it. But, I guess you have to believe hard enough that God can do anything. I would say some people, if they believe hard enough, it will come to them. And my mother talks to me often, and she says to me constantly, if you think it, you will bring it to you. It doesn't matter what it is. It will come to you, whether it be negative or positive. So you should fill yourself with positive thoughts, optimism, positive emotions. Because if you create these negative emotions within yourself, you may deny yourself something that you could have had. So that would be the point of being of good courage and being strong and understanding that things shall pass. I mean, some things that you may feel are so hard at one point, you may come to a point in your life where you become strong and courageous, and it won't be a problem to you anymore, and it's because you've grown and you are certain your confidence has come, and you will not be afraid. So I guess I don't know if I explained that very well, but that's just how I feel about this psalm. It's actually one of my favorites. The first verse I repeat constantly in my head. Oftentimes, if I feel like I'm in danger, I repeat it, and I this is one of these verses I would consider. Some people they really favor verses and they repeat them constantly so that it teaches them something. Like maybe some people likes to repeat a verse because they feel like it will help their wisdom, or maybe not the idea that it will amplify it, but to remind them that they have wisdom and how to use it, stuff like that. I often have to have this verse if I want to, not need it, but it reminds me that I can be strong, I can be courageous, I can risk my life for things, and I can understand I know where I'm going in the end. I have no fear. I don't need to have any fear. There's no point. So I hope, Some guys will understand this. Thank you.